Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. You may be familiar with the video I made about my coin collection and coin collecting hobby. My dabble in the coin collecting hobby. Well, after Christmas, or Christmas, whatever you want to call it, I ended up getting a new album for Christmas. So, this is for Kennedy half dollars. And now this is for P and D mints only, and SMS, whatever you want to call it. There's no proofs in this album. I basically decided to go this route because I didn't want to have to worry about collecting the expensive silver proofs, because basically if you go through an album like this, this album is made by Dansco, as you may know, by the way. If you go that route, unless you build your own generic blank collection, basically if you collect the proofs, the clad proofs, at some point in the album there's going to be a spot for silver proofs as well. So I didn't really want to go down that route. The P&D mints are already enough for me. This album is 6 pages long, so it's a pretty hefty collection. Before we get into it, I'll say yes, regarding my other coin collection, I'm almost finished with my Jefferson nickel circulated set. I'm waiting for the final coins to actually come from eBay in the mail, so I'll make another video on that when it's all done. So let's get into it. So after Christmas, since I had some money, from Christmas, whatever you want to call it, my birthday is also on Christmas, so I end up getting tons of money. But Christmas is on Wednesday. On Thursday, I went out and bought a bunch of Jefferson. Yes, I did buy some Jefferson nickels, but I also bought a bunch of Kennedy half dollars. So I'll show you guys the start of my little set. Now, these are the two major ones that I was looking at that I did not attain, unfortunately. I couldn't find a good deal on them. They're 90% silver, so they're going to be a little bit more expensive. But I will purchase those in the foreseeable future. So So I started with a 1965 SMS, 66 SMS, 67 SMS. Now here is when they started putting the mint marks back on the coin. And ironically, excuse me, I'm sorry. The coins were only made this year in Denver, and then they made, as far as I know, a proof in San Francisco. They didn't make a Philadelphia this year, from what I understand, due to a decline in half-dollar usage, essentially. And same thing with here, the 69D. So that's why there's no Philadelphia mint or anything like that here. And obviously, like I said in this album, there's no proofs. So this is basically just the business strikes. Okay, so this is also an interesting coin because this is a 1970D, and I was trying to figure out why it was so expensive. I mean, it wasn't really expensive, but it was more expensive than these. Evidently, from what I gathered, these were just released in mint sets. This wasn't, the 70D wasn't released to circulation. So, and also another note, I don't know if these are the SMS coins or not. They very well could be. They didn't say when I purchased them at the coin store. But this is just one of those. These are the 3 years that they only had, they didn't have any mint marks. They just had SMS, whatever you want to call it. Or they had a business strike and then they had SMS, but none of them had mint marks. as far as I know, they were all made in like Philadelphia. So, because I'm not really sure whether these ones here are SMS coins or not. They could just be business strike ones, although this does have a little bit of shine to it. So this one doesn't have one as much. But okay, so this is the last year of the 40% silvers, because after 1964, the Kennedys were made in 40% silver, and then after 1970, that's when they started minting them in clad. Okay, here's another one I purchased. The 71. The 71D. Well, I wasn't able to find a 72 Philly. The 72D. 73. And the 73D. This is actually the first one I had, and my mom actually gave this to me because she knows that I like coins. So that was pretty cool. It's not in too bad shape. I'm not looking to build this set as uncirculated or anything. I'm basically looking to just plug little holes and have a nice little collection. It's a very, especially if you go this route, it's a very obtainable set. It's pretty affordable. I'll show you a little bit more of the album. It's a good 6 pages long, so it's a pretty decent set. It'll take some time to complete. 78 to 87, 88 to 97, 98 to 2007, 2008 to 2017, 2018 to 2027. Excuse me. And they still actually mint Kennedy half dollars. They just don't release them to circulation anymore. They're basically only for collectors. I mean, in recent years, honestly, I can't really think of much that people use half dollars for other than collecting anyways. I mean, you can still find them in circulation though, which is pretty cool. You can find them at banks still, but they're not, you know, commonly found, really. It's pretty rare in my experience. It seems like to find one, you know, and change. Let alone, you know, people don't really use change as much as they used to. Some people do, obviously, but since the rise of, you know, debit cards and that kind of thing in the digital age and all that. But I'll show you a quick little assortment of the back. Pretty sure, I think these are the 60, no, not the 60s, I'm sorry, the hell are they? Oh, the 65 and then the 66, and I think that's the, let me see. No, I'm sorry, that's the 67 there. This one, what coin is that? That's the 68D. It was pretty cheap, probably because there was, it looks like there's a little bit of toning right here, which really doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm not going to be looking around at the back that much. Beautiful coin though, very collectible. I love the design on the back. It's very patriotic. But yeah, it'll probably take me, you know, quite a while to fill this out. You can still obtain them pretty cheaply, honestly. Even if you don't want to search through banks and change and stuff like that, you can. Most of them, it seemed like when I was looking at the coin store, are like $3 or $2, depending on you know, the year or whatever. So 87 evidently is another year, I think, where they only released for whatever reason to mint sets. They weren't released to circulation. So all right, guys, that is the start of my Kennedy half dollar collection. Let me know what you think. Peace.